Good evening, friends. Hello, friends of Sunday Kehwa Sips. Thanks, Mushtaq Bala and Kashmir Pen, for this wonderful platform. Of course, you remember that I have been telling you stories of the great storytellers of the world. And right now, I'm going to narrate a story by H.G. Wells. And this is also a very, very intriguing story of H.G. Wells. It is The Magic Shop. And I have always been mesmerized by this story of H.G. Wells. He was born in 1866 and died in 1946. So here I am going to narrate just one paragraph so that you get the hang of the story. I had seen the magic shop from afar several times. I had passed it once or twice, a shop window of alluring little objects, magic balls, magic hens, wonderful cones, ventriloquist dolls, the material of the basket trick, packs of cards that looked all right, and all that sort of thing, but never had I thought of going in until one day, almost without warning, Jip hauled me by my finger right up to the window and so conducted himself that there was nothing for it but to take him in. I had not thought that the place was there, but to tell the truth, a modest-sized frontage in Regent Street between the picture shop and the place where the chicks run about. But there it was, sure enough. I had fancied it was down nearer the circus or round the corner in Oxford Street or even in Holborn, always over the way and a little inaccessible. It had been with something of the mirage in its position, but here it was now quite indisputably, and the fat end of Jip's pointing finger made a noise upon the glass. If I was rich, said Jip, dabbing a finger at the disappearing egg, I would buy myself that, and that, which was the crying baby, very human, and that, which was a mystery, and called, so a neat card asserted, buy one and astonish your friends. Buy one and astonish your friends. Anything, said Jip, will disappear under one of those cones. I have read about it in a book. And there, Dada, is the vanishing halfpenny, only they have put it this way up, so you can't see how it's done. Jip, dear boy, inherits his mother's breeding, and he did not propose to enter the shop or worry in any way. Only, quite unconsciously, he lugged my finger doorward and he made his interest clear. That, he said, and pointed to the magic bottle. If you had that, I said, at which promising inquiry, he looked up with a sudden radiance. I could show it to Jessie, he said, thoughtful as ever of others. It's less than 100 days to your birthday, Gibbles, I said, and laid my hand on the door handle. Jip made no answer, but his grip tightened on my finger and we came into the shop. It was no common shop, this. It was a magic shop. And all the prancing precedence Jip would have taken in the matter of mere toys was wanting. He left the burden of the conversation to me. It was a little narrow shop, not very well lit, and the doorbell pinged again with a plaintive note as we closed it behind us. For a moment or so, we were alone and could glance about us. There was a tiger on the glass case that covered the low counter, a grave, kind-eyed tiger that waggled his head in a methodical manner. There were several crystal spheres, a china hand holding magic cards, a stock of magic fish bowls in various sizes, and an immodest magic hat that shamelessly displayed its springs. On the floor were magic mirrors, one to draw you out, long and thin, one to swell your head and vanish your legs, and one to make you short and fat like a drought, and while we were laughing at these, the shopman, as I suppose, came in. He came in. So I leave you there, and it's a very, very interesting, very intriguing story of a father and his son, and in fact, two viewpoints. One, the innocence of the kid, and one, the cynicism, the skepticism of the father. So I think you'll love the story. So thank you, Mushtaq Bala and Kashmir Pen, and I always love being here. Toodaloo. See you again next Sunday. Bye.